And I'd like to follow up too. Coach, could you discuss the play of Desmond Ridder?
Pretty damn good.
Could you elaborate, please?
Sure. He told me to assess it, and now you want me to elaborate? Absolutely. The thing I think about Dez and a lot of young quarterbacks, I think what you saw today was two pretty good young quarterbacks. And we not what you want to give up a touchdown there. The defense played well all day, but that's what good teams do. You find a way. We had our timeouts. You practice those situations. He was about as cool as you can see. A lot of times I just look at players and that look in his eye and all our guys, and they executed the plan, took control of the situation, and then when he needed to deliver one, we got the look we wanted. He did, and Drake came down with it and essentially ended the game, and then Koo comes out and, you manage the situation, and we got the most clutch kicker in the league, and we go home with a win. So, I think what it says a lot about him, D-Led, it's a tough job to be a quarterback in this league. That's what they sign up for. That's why a lot of those guys are well compensated. It takes a special mindset. He's got the right mindset, but we know there's a lot of work to do. I mean, if we all of a sudden think we've got all the answers today and we don't, continue to improve and grow, well, you'll get humbled pretty quick. So we're not going to take any victory laps, but very pleased. And it was great to see his response this week.
And to you and your staff, what'd you all do to battle through the penalties and the early fumbles in the second, third quarter?
They happened, and we got to clean those up. That hasn't been our history. The personal foul that was at least a 3-point swing, and on a guy that's uncharacteristic, but it did happen. And so look at the bottom of it. The same thing with fine line when you're working a situation. The one they called on David at the end, I know they were already in field goal range. Those are things we got to eliminate, and we will, and we'll continue to work. We got the right guys in that locker room.
In terms of Ridder, was there a point today where maybe you felt like you saw him get more comfortable? Or
it was really all week, Michael. It's about preparation. Obviously, you got to go do it. That's the other thing I love about the NFL. You can rationalize everything, you hype everything up, but it's a results-oriented business, and they keep score every Sunday, and that's what you embrace. And I thought he did a great job all week preparing. And, as ugly going back to last week, like I said, when you get in those things, it's what's your response? How do you handle adversity? You don't want the adversity, but that's going to tell you a lot about people, players and coaches, and that's why I'm thankful I get to coach a group of guys like that.
And in terms of Kyle Pitts, I mean, there were so many questions about where he was in terms of physically, at least from us over the last. Is this the closest you think you've seen him to what you saw a season and a half ago at this point?
I've said this a million times. It's a long journey back. Everybody's different, and when it clicks, and see how he feels this week. I mean, it's not. People forget. You get, callous to the fact that, some of these injuries these guys come back from. I mean, I know they look like superheroes sometimes, but they are human. And it was great to see it. He got into a rhythm, and he made some enormous plays for us. We moved the ball well. The next step is we continue to take advantage and not, obviously create more touchdowns. And but we got the right guys. And Storm comes in there, doesn't flinch. Again, a credit to our football staff. That's why you continue to look and the right fit and the guy that's played, and he didn't blink and played pretty good football for us and helped us win. Storm, he came in with McGarry. I don't know yet. I mean, at least Caleb was up on the bike. That's usually a good sign. We'll see, but that's what you do. I mean, that's when you have a real football staff and you're trying to constantly improve. Those are the things that nobody ever sees, but they help you win games.
All right, the way you won the game, the way he come back, you've always said that the teammates and the staff always believed in Dez, but the way he won it today, I think that just etches the confidence that they have in him and ends future talk of who's your future quarterback.
Look, the job's never finished, Zach, and you got to understand that when you're a head coach, play caller, quarterback in this league, it's constant. And if you think all of a sudden because of one game you can just relax, that's not the job. But you got to understand that. But it takes a special mindset to do that. And he does. I mean, history says that. You have to have history of it and evidence. And so today, hopefully that does build confidence because now he's got evidence. Great fourth quarter comeback. I mean, at the end of the day, the game got tight. And I'll say this. I mean, they've got a real quarterback on the other side. It wasn't probably the day that they wanted. We jumped something on the third down, and he saw it and made a play. Not many guys can do that, but he did. But then the ball comes back to us, and we got 3 timeouts. You know, 1-score game, we had a lot of confidence. So, but that's what you want to see. It's healthy for the game. You need great quarterback play in this league. It's exciting. It's what people come to watch.
Coach, 5 weeks in, how would you describe what you have in this defense? Because this unit repeatedly is keeping you in every single game.
It's the whole team. It's a mindset. But we got the right guys over there. You know, it's like I said. That's what good teams do. You know, they handle a couple sudden changes, right, with the turnovers, some of the things in the field position. But they don't flinch. And so again, it's somebody you win as a team. I can't say that enough. And if you have the right mindset, it's not, 3 independent units. It's a team. You got to understand how you win as a team. And so we got some really smart veterans over there, and they understand the plan. We tweak it every week. You can't do that if you don't have really smart players. And they do. And like I said, just proud that I get to coach these guys.
Arthur, you touched on this a little bit, but after the last 2 games, obviously there's a lot of focus on Dez. What were your conversations with him like during the week, and how did he respond?
Jeff, perspective. Mind him, he's not the first quarterback that's ever, had a bad stretch. I mean, but again, you've got to go prove it. You can't make excuses. You got to, same thing as a coach. I think when you get to that part where you get defensive or you start making excuses, you're not going to be objective. You're not going to improve. And so that was a lot of it, was understanding how do we take that next step. I mean, we still feel like we got to come back and we got to get better. And you don't want to be the same team in October. We want to get in December and January and keep playing. We got to continue to improve. But today was a good step in the right direction.
And was there a point during the week where you felt he was in a good place?
Yeah, probably by Wednesday. Because that's the thing, no matter what you try to ignore it, not ride the roller coaster, but sometimes, unless you, I don't know, go to the other side of the earth, Western Australia, and turn your phone off, I don't, because it's everybody around you. So, but it takes perspective and the right mindset.
What did you learn about Bijan Robinson in those moments after the fumble and how he responds in those
Same
situations?
thing. I mean, the play he made on the shovel pass was ridiculous. But that's who Bijan is. He makes, I said this, great players make the hard things look easy. He continues to do that. Again, another fun player. Glad to get to coach him.
Yeah, Coach, you guys held the Texans to 4 for 13 on 3rd downs. Just how big is that, holding them to 3 instead of 7, especially to keep your offense's momentum going?
Yeah, enormous. Those are the games within the games, right? When teams got a chance to steal momentum and you're able to, I call them 4-point swings. I thought the defense, again, like I said, I mean, we knew this offense. They had been getting a lot of chunk plays. They had a few, nothing crazy explosive, but enough where they got down there a few times and thought they did a good job. Again, playing situational football, like it's a National Football League, somebody's going to make a play, but you don't let that all of a sudden deflate you and then you give up touchdowns. And so, yeah, those are huge, huge momentum plays. Thank you.
They're behind you, right behind you.
All right, cool. Thanks for the vision. Describe the week and how it was for you, and then what you were able to put together on the field today.
Yeah, this was, a week just like any other week. Came into work every single day, just trying to improve, just trying to get better. We knew that, they were just going to try to make us, force and do something bad. And as long as we just played within our game and played with what we did and what we do, we'd be able to have an advantage.
Des, you've talked about grading yourself after every performance. What would you grade yourself after this one?
I don't know. Y'all gonna have to go grade that one. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta go back and look at it.
What was just the biggest difference in the way that the offense performed today? Because there were still, some turnovers, some, penalties, but you were able to overcome them in the end. What was the biggest difference versus the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, again, like you said, I think it was just our ability to be able to go up there and just keep moving the ball forward. In the past couple of weeks, we might have something go wrong, a turnover, whatever it may be, and then that next drive or whatever it is, you're not able to get the ball moving. You're not able to change field position. So for us, when things did go wrong, we were able to come back out there and move the ball down the field. And so that, that's really the biggest difference, and you talk about these last, couple of weeks, whatever it may have been, and you look at today, no, we didn't, that first drive didn't go how we wanted, but obviously came out, the second drive was able to go. And then there was a period of time where, there were a roll of punts that we had to get off. So, going back, looking at it, those are the things where if we can get out of that lull and just keep our foot on the gas from the jump, we'll be good to go.
The camera was on your face at the very end. Your response seemed pretty muted. I wondered if internally you were feeling a little bit more like, you showed people something.
No. I mean, that's just kind of, if I'm out there smiling or angry or whatever, like that's what it is. And then when I'm straight faced, I'm, locked in, just kind of cool, calm, collected. Like I said, post game, it's a 2-minute drill. There's a minute 50 left on the clock, 3 timeouts. That's an eternity in the league. We work that every single day. We work 2-minute drill every single day. So when we get in these situations, we're comfortable. And that's just where I felt I was comfortable at.
Any part of you, though, feel like you've proven yourself today or you took a step toward proving yourself today? Has that entered your mind yet?
Yeah, sure. When you talk about that, it's all within self. I really don't care what the outside world has to say. As long as, myself and my teammates are all on the same page, like I said, we're just going to keep getting better, not only myself, but the team as well, and just keep improving.
Did you prove anything to yourself today?
Yeah, prove that we could stay calm, we could stay collected. That was our first, I think, really one of my first, true 2-minute drives, obviously go win the game, whatever it was. And like we said, just that it was calm, cool, collected, didn't rush anything, didn't try to force anything, just played it as it came.
Within that final drive, I know we've talked, and this goes back even to the first week of the season, about how the defense can keep you guys in it, and just like making sure that there's that trust there that y'all can hold up your side of the bargain too. How much do you think that final drive showed that trust from unit to unit?
Yeah, that's huge. This is a team game, not just a game of 11, but a game of 53. And when we're all out there doing what everyone needs to do, everyone's doing their own job. You look at it, the defense did their job, got them out the field, then we came out, did what we needed to do, and then special teams come out. I was telling the guys on the sideline, every single guy just needs to do their job. When we're talking about, Koo's field goal right there to win the game. As long as each person does their job and does their job to the fullest, the kick's going to go in and we're going to be good and we'll be happy after. So, yeah, you could say it was huge, whatever you want to say, but it was great for our team just to come out here and get a great team win.
I've got a question about a specific play when Bijan caught the ball sort of on his hip. And I know he's a good pass catcher. What does that say about his versatility and just how special he is as a player?
Yeah, definitely scary right there going down to there's like a little shovel pass, whatever it may have been. And, he caught it, and then, the ball was kind of behind him while he was still down the line of scrimmage. So, I was just kind of looking at it, but made that guy miss, go made a play. And that, that's what it is. It's just playmakers making a play.
Does this game feel differently to you than the Green Bay game in terms of what you guys are able to accomplish as an offense?
Yeah, like I said, this game, felt like more of a true team win. Like I said earlier, there was still a lull early there in the first half that we got to get out of. We got to be able to overcome. But, as it goes, it was a true team win. And, it feels great for everyone to come in the locker room, come celebrating, everyone be excited, and it was good.
Yeah, Des, okay, they score, 149 left. What take us through your mindset, what you're thinking there before y'all take the field.
Yeah, then go win the game. Don't try to force anything. You don't have to try to force anything. You got plenty of time. Just take what they give you, which I did. They played a lot of off and soft, a lot of access, banged a couple to Drake, and just got the ball moving. First play, come out, drop back, They drop Bijan in the flat, just give it to him. He goes, makes 7-8 yards. And that's all it's about in 2 minutes. It's about keeping the ball moving, getting that first down, never trying to force anything. And that's what we did. Like I said, our O-line did a heck of a job right there at the end, 2 minute, picking up all protections and not giving anything up. And, we were able to take advantage of that.
Des, to follow up from some of the questions Josh was asking, were you or the team aware of the comments that Jimmy Ward made during the week, and did those provide any additional kind of motivation, or maybe not even that, but just a feeling you had a point to prove when he's talking about the offensive passing game?
No, I didn't see anything Jimmy said. We get a couple of the defensive quotes, but usually it's from post-game Sunday or whatever it may have been, but no, I didn't see that.
Drake and Kyle led you in catches today. I think it's the first time they've done that. Is that a function of y'all trying to get them more involved in the offense, or is that just a function of sticking with the plan and that's how it worked today?
Yeah, that's a function of, going out there and taking what the defense gives you. Those are a lot of high-low reads, and the backer might have drove on the low route and just giving it to him over the top of it. A couple go balls, couple D balls, couple balls that we targeted that we know we had matchups on. With them being, a little dinged up at corner. And so it was just going out there, giving what the defense gave us. Like I said, different from the other weeks, never trying to force anything, not trying to do too much, and just playing the play as it comes.
You made a few really nice downfield throws. I'm curious, was there one in particular that you were, I guess, especially proud of in terms of the way you're able to read it or kind of let it develop?
No, I wouldn't say, the one I'm proud of or whatever, but a cool throw. Just because, he doesn't get the ball a lot, was the one to Keith Smith. Keith Smith got through there. It wasn't exactly how we designed it up, but, it worked. And obviously that's obviously a big play for him to be able to go get that ball. And it was a big play for the offense as well.
And then the throw to Drake in the last drive, kind of how did that develop and how did you make that throw?
Yeah, that's a play that we repped. You can go back, watch film. That's a play that we repped, multiple times, even in that situation as well. That's a play that when we know we got to go get some, we're going to go do it. And, it was just routine. The backer just, he kept staying up, gave me a window to put it in there to Drake. He made a play. And that's all it is. It's just really about letting the playmakers go make plays.
The Texans were really doing a good job of stifling the run game. Was there any point in this game where you felt like this game is on me? I've got to kind of lead this team and get the passing game going? No,
that's when you start trying to force things. That's when things, start going wrong is, when you feel like you have to go do something different than what you've trained to do. We've trained to obviously, put our hand in the dirt and go run. And when that doesn't happen, obviously pick the ball up, go throw. But, it's nothing that you have to be like, oh, man, we can't run the ball today. All we got to do is throw it. Like, I got to try to force thing here, force one there. Like, no, that's not how it is, And then also, we're going to keep running the ball. That's what we do. That's what we trust. So it doesn't matter, whether they stop us or not. We're going to put the ball in our best players' hands, which is Bijan, Tyler, CP, guys like them, and just be able to let them go make plays.
In the back, Desmond, it didn't seem like the Texans could really handle your snap count today. Were you changing something up from what you've put on tape before? And how much does that help your offensive line when the defensive line's off balance like that?
Yeah, that was just changing up the snap count and what we have. In all those situations, too, those were ones that we didn't take advantage of. I feel like a lot of those drives in which those did happen, we never got points on, and that's something that we have to do better at. We have to be able to take advantage of their mistakes. So when they jump off sides and give us free yards, we have to be able to go and put points on the board, which is something I feel like we could do better at.
Yeah, Desmond, you might have been asked this already. I don't know, I jumped in late here. But how did you handle this week?
Yeah, just like any other week. Put my head down, go to work. We talk about all the time a growth mindset. And for us and a lot of players in this league, a lot of us try to, kind of block out what's going on in the outside and really only care about what's going on in the inside of the building. And in our inside of the building, it's a growth mindset. It's come in every single day, get better. Don't worry about what's going outside, and make sure that, all 11 guys, all your brothers that are on the team are trying to get better as well.
Was there a specific person, whether it was in the locker room or maybe outside, that helped you kind of deal with the week or put yourself in that spot?
Nope.
I'll ask one more. I don't know if anyone asked you about Bijan's catch yet.
Yeah.
Did you put him that right? Did you?
Yeah, no, that's exactly where I aimed to put it, like right here on his back. And then, it was a little shovel play. He made a heck of a catch, obviously, right there. And like I said, I was a little nervous, obviously seeing him going one-on-one with the defender with the ball still behind his back. And he was able to rally it in, obviously make a play. As quarterbacks, obviously, you always love those because those are easy touchdown passes. So, thank y'all. Have safe travels.